I am super excited to talk to you today about one of my favorite pieces in the Mel Bay Modern Guitar Grade 1 series. This is the piece Melancholy. It's our first, I believe it's our first, composition written by William Bay himself. And this piece is not only super fun to play by yourself, but is also really important as far as introducing the A minor chord, and it also shows us how to interpret a melody with taste. So there are a few technical things and there are a few fundamental things to talk about here. Let's go through the fundamentals first. Everything on this page in the book is talking essentially about pickups. That's essentially when you start the melody not on the downbeat, not on the one. So you will notice in the music that there's one note ahead of the beginning of the melody. That is called a pickup note. You'll also notice that on the bottom of the page, at the bottom of the piece, that instead of, we're in 3/4 here, and you'll notice that that last measure only has a half note equaling 2 beats. Well, where's our third beat? Because we're in 3 the whole time. That third beat is actually at the beginning of the piece. So when you hear somebody counting off 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, that 3 is going to be the pickup note. So in the spirit of fundamentals here, one thing to note as far as playing the melody kind of correctly again, is like still putting the emphasis on the downbeat. The downbeat is still the one, it's still going to be an emphasis point. So this pickup note does not need to be you don't have to start, sorry if that was super loud. You don't have to play it in a way that the 3 feels like the 1. You'll notice what I'm doing. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and then that pickup. So we have that. So being aware of where your 1 is and how to interpret that. The second thing is on the level of technique is what we're doing is, like I was saying earlier, we are introducing the A minor chord here, or he is. So instead of fingering this 2, 2, 1, that's not going to be as beneficial for you as it is going to be learning how to finger the A minor chord. So what we're going to do is, instead of 2, 2, we're actually going to do finger 2 on the E on the D string, finger 3 on the A of the G string, and finger 1 still on the C. actually do want to slightly blend those notes together. We don't necessarily have to keep the entire guitar ringing out, such as so, but do be aware The next thing that I am going to talk about technique-wise is actually going to be on the right hand. Previously, the big thing that we've been talking about, especially as far as just playing the melody, has been playing the melody with these two fingers as far as our finger style is concerned, and having the thumb follow the melody fingers. This is going to be the first time that melodically it's going to be a good idea to use the thumb and use the ring finger as well. You'll notice on my right hand, what I'm doing is I'm planting on the D, the G, the B, and the E. Excuse me. That part of the melody comes back several times. I believe it comes back 3 different times. And every time that comes back, I do utilize that kind of full finger roll, thumb, index, middle, and ring finger. So if this is the first time you're doing that, do take it slow. And even without turning this into a chord melody, we're already starting to see the beginnings of how to outline chord changes in a melodic way. But we don't even need to take it that far. It's just taken as far as it needs to be taken. So another thing to think about is this piece is called Melancholy. So we want to kind of have a little bit more of that atmosphere in there. So I am blending the chord together a little bit more. I'm not playing these as separate. Excuse me, but I think you get the idea. We're trying to evoke a feeling here. We're trying to evoke something else other than, you know, the same thing like what we're doing with the Tinting Tonight. It's a little bit more of a march kind of a song. This is definitely not that, and it definitely should be interpreted in that way, in a way that kind of evokes that, well, the title of the piece, Melancholy. It's about asking ourselves, how do I interpret this piece in an artistic way, and also be respectful to what's written. So I think that those are those are pretty interesting things. Just to recap, we talked about the right hand. We talked about in that A minor chord, utilizing the thumb and the ring finger for that roll. The rest of the piece, I'm pretty much alternating on these two fingers. There are a few times that I'm like raking down because it's just a little bit more convenient to do it like that, because if we're, you know, semi-rest stroking at least, I can just do that. The finger's already there. There's kind of not as much of a reason to be a super stickler on alternating when it might not be the most convenient thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And I believe we have that. The other thing is this hand fingering, the fretting hand fingering. Let's start fingering that as an A minor chord. Even though we're not playing it like a full chord yet, it's an opportunity to prep yourself for the point that when we're saying, hey, let's play an A minor chord and play it as full chords, we're going to be so much more prepared if we've given ourselves the time in this melodic way to be exploring the correct fingerings. I think if you don't do that, you probably will end up regretting it, because then you're just going to, then when it comes time to play your full chords, you're going to say, well, now I have to relearn it. And this is a perfect opportunity to learn it correctly, and also be able to learn it within musical context and in doing it in a musical way, rather than sitting here being like that kind of business. If you have any questions about this piece, put them in the comments. That would be great. Other than that, I'm not going to do this one as a chord melody today, even though I think I probably could. But I think that this melody is well suited on its own. So it's one of those first ones that I really have a good time playing by itself as an individual melody. And if you have any other ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. Like I said, that'd be great. Let's open that discussion if we want to. Other than that, quick announcement. I've been doing these videos all week so far. I may not have time to get to a video tomorrow. I'm teaching classes all day. And it's one of those days that once I get off work, I'm just kind of a little zonked out, and I'm just kind of ready to do my own thing. So I'll probably just do my own practicing kind of stuff. So I may or may not do a video tomorrow. I might just decide to get off work and just put something up. But the next lesson that we do, we're going to do a string recap. So we're going to go through all of the notes that we've learned so far in the Mel Bay book, and we're also going to be adding the A string to the mix. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have fun with that, and I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.